Hey there everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Building an MMO series. In this episode, we'll be talking about the difference between theme park and sandbox MMOs, as well as my alternative to the two of them. The theme park MMO is your games like World of Warcraft, Rift, Elder Scrolls, Guild Wars, EverQuest, and the list just goes on and on. In these games, the world is built around the storyline. You'll frequently find yourself doing a quest like liberating an abandoned village, and after you've killed your 27 bandits, you'll talk to the quest giver and they'll say, thank you for liberating the village, you're a great hero, here's your money. And you'll turn around and the village is still under attack by bandits. And that's because players haven't done this quest yet. And it'll never be done because there will always be more players to do it. The alternative to this is to create two different instances, where one is for players that have done it, and one is for players that haven't. But the problem with that is that players that have done it cannot help players that have not, and it cannot even interact with players that have not in that area. Another problem with these locked-in areas is that if a developer wants to spice up an area, give people a reason to use this area again, like adding an event, they either have to overwrite the quest, which bothers people who haven't done it or who are just nostalgic about it, or work around it, which kind of just looks half-assed, or create a brand new area which just has the same effect of being boring after a while. The alternative is the sandbox MMO, which has become more popular lately and is usually devoid of a story or any NPCs for that matter. The world is generally shaped by players. There are very frequently no factions, no nations, no anything other than those that the players create. Sometimes you'll see entire nations rise from a faction. A good example of this is Eve. But in a lot of cases, it'll just be smatterings of people doing their own thing. These can be very fun in building your own town, interacting with people, doing lots of trade things. But after you've built your third or fourth house or your third or fourth town, it gets to be repetitive and you're just kind of wondering why you're doing things because there's no direction, you're not helping your faction or anything. So the alternative I've kind of cooked up is a mixture of the two. You take the free-form building and kind of just doing your own thing without having to do a bunch of set quests and mix it with a bit of the purpose of a theme park MMO. If I were to describe this to a developer on how to create this world, I would say create a big world where there are 5 nations, for example, and each of these nations has their own kind of style to their buildings and their whatever, and you populate it with cities and towns with NPCs, but you skip all the quest line stuff. There's no main story, it's just 5 nations that exist near each other. And for regular quests for people to do, you offer things like killing wolves, and you say the Crown has decided there are too many wolves in the area and it's posing a danger to the other wildlife and to people. So they're offering 1 gold crown for every kill. So they are offering 1 gold crown for every kill, and this quest is repeatable forever. It's not even kill 20 wolves, it's go kill however many and then bring your trophy of the kill back and get your reward. Then you can offer other quests like the Crown needs more lumber for its construction projects, so resource gatherers come here, come one, come all. Then you want to create more big events, big things for players to get behind and have purpose. So you do things like have one country start a war with another country, and they have skirmishes all over the place that players can take part in that have some kind of goal in mind and some kind of reward. And big major things like one country attacks another country's city, one of their cities. So you offer a quest for the attacking country to take out this city, and you offer a quest to the defending country to defend it. And then when the outcome is played out, it then has a couple of different effects on the world. If the attacking party loses, then nothing happens and the defending group just gets paid. If the attacking party wins, they get their money, but they also destroy the city or take over the city, thus triggering a new quest for the defenders. The defenders then have to retake their city or rebuild their city, offering new quests in either combat or crafting. And this creates a real event that players can get behind and a real goal. Plus, in the time of this war, you could offer a bunch of new daily quests, like crafting arrows. Like, we need thousands and thousands of arrows, so we're offering a quest to pay a gold piece for every 10 arrows that a crafter brings us. And things like that, giving it purpose. But at the same time, you keep that sandbox element of allowing players to focus a lot on crafting, on building a farm, building a house, maybe working on their own town. So there's still NPCs involved, but players are also doing their own thing, creating a world that has both some story and some free-form play. And personally, I just feel this is the best way to go about it. It gives a player more purpose while also just giving them that freedom. That's all I've got to say on the subject for the moment. If you guys have any comments or suggestions on it, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I encourage everyone to kind of challenge each other in a polite and constructive way, and just offer like, yeah, here's why it doesn't work, here's why it does. But I also have a big question for you guys. If you had to pick one major feature to add to an MMO, what would it be? And I will pick the top one or two for the next episode in the series and give my thoughts on your suggestion. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I hope you have a great day. See you later.